Welcome back. It's Cool Digest Wednesday, exclusive to Cool TV News. I left you to have a feel of what the people on the street really have to say on some developing story. It's all about the people on the show today. As we turn our attention right now to count down to the February elections to some other matters arising. Of course, there's an ongoing debating of what they call debating the debate, really. Developing news that APC for a second time in a row is rejecting to participate in another debate organized by the private sector. I'm joined now by special advisor to the president, special assistant, I beg your pardon, to the president on public relations, Dr. Olusoya Awoso. Good morning, doctor, and thank you for joining us today. Many are asking, why is the PDP so keen about a debate if Mr. President did not even attend a particular debate organized by the public sector in 2011?
Well, it is not the PDP, honestly. I'm here. First and foremost, I want you to recognize the fact that apart from any title to anybody where we may be, we are citizens of Nigeria, and that the citizens of this country must also be interested in what we advance the country in every spheres of life. I don't think it is PDP that is calling for debate. You know, debate itself is an important ingredient of democracy. Let me tell you that from 1858, debate has been part of democratic process in the United States of America. 1858. In 1960, there was the debate between, I think it was Nixon and another man, but I know that the debate essentially started in that climb in 1858. And if you look at, historically, debate is one of the ingredients of oiling relationship within the society. If there's no debate, the alternative is the survivor of the fittest. Okay. In those days, people don't come to table to discuss. What we have is that one nation will rise up against one nation in war, and you take them, and they begin to work for you, begin to use them as labor. And but as that, because of civilization, people now go to a stage where we are okay. Let us discuss what is the matter, so that we can exchange ideas with a view to getting to a point where you will understand me to one extent and I will understand you to another extent. That is historically. And you will also know that it is important for Nigerians to be able to make informed decisions as we go into these important elections. And one of the ways by which Nigerians can make informed decisions is to listen to those candidates that are asking for their votes. Okay. For instance, politics apart, I do not know what General Buhari has said since he started this election. There is nothing tangible I can hold on to except to say, I will fight corruption, I fight corruption. This was a man who, in one of the interviews with the channel, said that he will stabilize the price of the international oil market. I mean, you need to prove such an so that
Did he actually say that?
Oh yes, oh yes. I mean, the clips are there for everybody to go back to. But what I'm saying is this: it is important, even the President Jonathan that is coming back, it is important for him to explain to Nigeria, this number of years that you have given to me, this is what I've used it for, and this is what my plan. The man that is coming, look, what is the alternative that you are providing? If you say that things are not working, or that things work better than this, come and tell Nigerians. I think debate itself is the sort of the food. You get the point? Okay. I mean, without debate.
But what about the credibility of the APC position, about the partisanship interest of the organizers of the debate?
There are other people have also come up that if you say you don't have, let me tell you one thing. As I am, if I'm in an election, I will prefer that you set the table for me in the presence of my enemies, so that with their table and their thing, I will trash them. Look, I grew up into debate.
So you agree that the organizers are indeed the enemy of
I'm also assuming that you have assuming that you are not too convenient with those ones.
Okay.
I believe that if you know what you want to say, no man is going to take it from your mouth. In the days of our student, in our student days, I was a student leader. Debate was the in thing. In Ife, you cannot win an election if you are not a good debater. You know, look today, if any organization that belongs to APC is organizing a debate and I'm standing for election, I will go there. I will trash them.
Okay.
No, we are talking of presidency of Nigeria.
Let me quickly read.
Let me tell you something. International politics at times is deceit. You get the point? One country will say this thing, they will not mean it. You have to, as the president of a country, you have to face all those challenges. Will you now say because you are not clear about their position that you will not represent your country? It is not so.
Are you aware that there are documentaries showing on some of these channels that clearly discuss personal issues with the
Those
APC presidential candidate, sponsored by the PDP, I believe?
If they are sponsored by, look, if I bring a documentary here today, will you not take it? As long as it does not infringe the NBC something, you will take it, and tomorrow Abga will bring his own, you will take it. I mean, this organization, they are in business.
You think those documentaries do not in any way infringe the NBC rule at this time?
If they do, let the NBC act. And the media houses that collected it, did they collect money? I mean, this is business. I mean, let us mix this together. There are in newspaper. There was a particular day. The page 1 was advert against PDP. The page 2 was advert against APC. These are just icing of the cake.
Well, the APC says that an alternative to that would be a town hall meeting that will provide an avenue for real Nigerians to ask real questions. Don't you say that as an alternative as well?
Look, if you are talking of what is essentially the difference between a town hall meeting and a debate, what is the difference? If you look at it, anyway, what is the difference? There's not much difference. That somebody must be in charge. You get the point. You can't call angels from heaven to come and organize it. But even if you call angels from heaven, you may say, because this man is a Catholic, maybe the angel. You get the point. Somebody must be in charge. You get the point. You know, every endeavor in life is a compound of two, both evil and good. But that reasonable man go for one that contains more good than evil. You get the point. There is no perfect situation in the world. But I know that what I'm saying is that, look, why it is in the interest of General Buhari to debate is this. A lot of people are saying that the man doesn't have certificate. That one has not been clear. A lot of people think that the man...
He came out with a statement of result that we also on the front page of newspapers.
A statement of result, is it a certificate? A statement of result, is it a certificate?
We also saw a broadsheet that carried the WAEG signal.
Let me tell you something. A statement of result, is it a certificate? You have not answered that question. All this, the broadsheet, is it a certificate? If you want my certificate today, I'll give it all to you. No, you know one thing is this. Let us approach all these issues with open mind. And let us approach it not in the interest of PDP or interest of APC, not in the interest of President Jonathan or in the interest of former President Buhari. Let us approach it in the collective interest of Nigerian people.
But don't you think it is also important to note that it's not as if the general had not participated in any debate. He participated in a debate in 2011, which, of course, your principal boycotted. So this is not the first time he is attending. This is not also the first time that your principal will be boycotting a presidential debate.
Look. I think it's the interest of the change that they are clamoring for. The past will be a story told. It is today and tomorrow that concerns us. You get it, Bona?
So it doesn't matter whether Mr. President boycotted elections in 2011.
Okay, are you going to say because a man failed in SS2 and the man goes through the and is now he now goes to the university and makes a first class, and you continue to hold him to that, but you fail your first class is not genuine because you failed in Form 2. I mean, that's not too reasonable to me. Look, we are talking of Nigeria today. We are talking of Nigeria tomorrow.
No, I'm only trying to say that if it's not legally binding on anyone to participate in the debate, if Mr. President boycotted debates in 2011, then what really is this big deal about the general boycotting debates in 2015?
I think some of the people that are agitating for him to debate, including myself as a citizen of Nigeria, is that, look, I want him to have opportunity to really showcase himself. Because you see, in my mind, I'm saying it honestly, not as a aide of the president, but as a citizen of Nigeria. I have equal right with the president and everybody.
You think he hasn't been doing that?
No. He must be. He will be doing himself a lot of good if he come out and clear all these things. Some people believe that some people believe that the man is not only physically feeble but intellectually feeble.
Does it really matter to the PDP this time, the strategy with which the APC goes about campaigning?
This is not a question of strategy, it's a question of now Nigerian people. It is not PDP that's asking.
Some will say that the choice of a town hall meeting would also afford them the opportunity.
You keep talking about PDP. You keep talking about PDP. If you take the number of Nigerians that are in all the political parties and weigh it against the percent, you have more people outside the political party system outside the political party system. So it is these people that are asking that let these people debate. For instance, we want to know. He said in some few immediately after coming to power, you will put an end to Boko Haram. I am interested in knowing, because Nigerians have lost a lot of lives. Innocent life has been lost. So let us know that strategy which you have, which as a former president you did not put at the disposal of your country now that you are not president, which it is your own carrot. So what it looks like to me is that you prefer Nigerians should die so that you have it as a carrot to campaign for you to come to position. I mean, that is very ungodly. If that is true, it is very ungodly, and it is very satanic.
It's all right. I'm speaking with a special advisor to special assistant. I beg your pardon. Why do I keep making that mistake? Special assistant to Mr. President on public relations. The phone is buzzing, but we might have to opt for the Twitter handle this morning because of time. He came in late because he had a lot of things to do before he came into the studio. We'll take a short break now for some commercials, and we'll be back afterwards. Don't go away.
The gubernatorial election is here again. The Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, Lagos State Chapter presents Lagos Decides 2015. This is a platform designed to give equal opportunity to all the candidates vying for the post of governor in Lagos State. All candidates are hereby invited to present their respective manifestos to its select audience comprising of PR practitioners, media, and other prominent professionals. Lagos Decides 2015 comes up on Wednesday, 11 February 2015. Time, 11 a.m. Venue, LCCI Event Center, CBD, Alausa Ikeja. Admission is strictly by invitation. For sponsorship details and advert placement, call Joe on 0802 3924 913 or Jola on 0802 366 3429. Proudly supported by MITV, Star FM, 101.5, Galaxy Television, Core TV, Cool TV, Wazobia TV, Nigeria Info, and Frontiers Consulting. The debate will be broadcast and streamed live. NIPR, deepening democratic values.
Core TV News invites application from qualified candidates for the following positions: reporters, producers, film editors, receptionists, drivers, cleaners. Applications and CVs should be sent to info@coretvnews.com. For further inquiries, please call 0818 5973 285.
Welcome back. It's Core Digest Wednesday, and we'll still have the special assistant to Mr. President on public relations, Dr. Woso, still with us in the studio. There are opinions rife, especially on the newspapers this morning. There are certain school of thoughts that believe that there are ongoing plans to postpone the February 14 election. For instance, the Nation says pro-shift forces eye June as plot against Jega thickens. The Punch says Council of State may discuss pro-shift in Abuja tomorrow. And it goes on and on like that. Are you privy to the position of the PDP as regards this?
Honestly, I don't think the PDP position is that the election be postponed. But I think, look, a lot of Nigerians are concerned that, you see, as I'm talking to you now, my wife has not gotten her PVC. She has been there a couple of times, and I've also That is in the very close to you here, around this place. Many people around this place are here to collect their around where you are now. In also in some areas in Oyo State, quite a number of people have phoned me. They are here to collect. You know, Jega said even on the election day they can get their PVC. You know, that's an invitation to chaos. There's no reason why we cannot get this. Why we cannot get the distribution of this PVC right, unless Jega and his cohorts have the agenda that is not known to Nigerian people. If quite a number of people are yet to receive what we entitle them to vote, are you not disadvantaging a very large percentage of people that are supposed to make the election credible? All these things need to be discussed.
Some are also of the
let me tell you
that.
For instance, if people are saying postpone the election for another 1 year, you know that. But if they are saying that, look, let us look at it. Do we need some few weeks to put certain things in order so that we don't run the entire nation into chaos? I think we should consider it. For instance, if the debate, that's why I said debate is an integral part of a democracy. You look at it, even at the council, at the council of state, they will look at it. You know, there is the need for us to look at all these things critically. You know, look at a number of times. You know, there was a time that INEC itself has to cancel a whole election. We went to vote. The thing ran into problem, and they cancelled the entire one. Why don't we save ourselves the embarrassment of such occurrence?
Some have the opinion that in Osun and Ekiti, we didn't have 70 to 80% of collection of PVCs or participation of registered voters. Why is that becoming an issue at this time? Even at the time where INEC
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Because something did not happen yesterday, does not mean that it will not happen today or tomorrow. This election is the most, in terms of integrated marketing communication, this election has attracted much more propaganda, publicity, advertisement than any other election.
INEC, the body that has
the consciousness of Nigerian people, has been increased. People have been conscientized. A lot of people who hitherto were not too keen about voting, who pray, let me just collect my card, are now willing and ready, even in the sun, even in the rain, to vote. Why do we need to deprive them the opportunity of voting?
Isn't that a choice for INEC to make? INEC has extended the collection of PVC by 7 days. The reports coming in is that they are upping their game. In some areas, there are about 70 to 80% collection of PVC.
Go to Isheri Grammar School there, where they say that people from this area, people from China's area and all these things, should come and go there yourself. Take your camera there. Go and do interview with other people and see whether people go there and they collect it willingly. I have been there myself with my wife. She couldn't collect.
Are you saying this is a reason tangible enough for a postponement of the election?
Well, look, election. Who are the people? When you say election, does it not involve voters?
As a January,
if the voters, if by one, it's not the fault of Nigerian people, but I don't know whether INEC ran into one problem or the other. But I think it is important for INEC to own up. They said, look, after these 7 days, are they going to be able to look? The reports on the field shows that there's still a lot of problems. I was listening to one of the radios where the commissioner for information of Lagos, one of the radio programs, I think is the transport, is a traffic radio. He was telling somebody that he should continue to go there, that he assured him that he will collect his PVC, that even him, he was here to collect his own.
But what I'm trying to say is that as a January this year...
Do you have your PVC?
As a January this year...
No, do you have your PVC?
Of course, I've gotten mine.
Oh, you've gotten mine, thank God.
Okay, I have gotten mine.
Okay.
But as a January this year, INEC says that it has distributed over 40 million PVCs. That's about... that means we're looking about 30 million more. That's as January 8th, thereabout. And INEC is saying that there has been a remarkable improvement. INEC itself, that is the body organizing the election, believes that this election would hold. Why do you think that the PDP is thinking differently? Because the position of the APC...
I don't think it is PDP. The
position of the opposition at this time...
Do you have any official statement from PDP saying that the election should be postponed. I don't think so. There is no official statement. Individual can be making comments. Even the comments I'm making here, it's not to the effect that the election be postponed, but it's to the effect that people should not be deprived the opportunity of exercising their franchise. You get the point?
Are you aware that the APC is of the opinion that your party, the PDP, has a clue that probably he might lose this election, and that is why the issue of postponement is coming up?
Let me tell you something. That's very funny. In any contest, there must be a winner and there must be a loser. But what is most important is that Nigeria and Nigerian people should gain in any process. You get the point? You see, I as a Christian, I believe that there is no king that is made except by the authority of God. You know, no matter what a man does, if it's not in the will with the wish of God that a man should be, he will never be. You get the point? It may be for in his own interest that he will not be. You get the point? Because God sees. He sees the end from the beginning. I don't think that the issue of who is going to lose the election, how can you say that you are going to win the election when the election itself is still some few days away? Look, within 24 or 48 hours, even if you are the leading candidate, things can change. Things can change. I'm telling you, with right strategy with right strategy, things can change. And with slight mistake, very slight mistake, one sentence can make the election to change.
Well, we're running out of time now, but the United States Department of State has warned its citizens in and outside Nigeria to avoid certain states in Nigeria. They didn't only stop there, they are also saying there's a possibility of an outbreak of violence during the election, and that the Nigerian armed forces are incapable of guaranteeing the safety of U.S. citizens. Many are of the opinion that all of these hate speeches, these inciting statements, especially from some ex-Niger militants, Niger Delta militants, have not been outrightly rebuked by your principal. What are your thoughts along that line?
Well, you see, first and foremost, let me say that colonialism is really a thing that we have to pray against in this country. Look, what I used to say is that bring any citizen of America to in my area of study. Bring him either from Harvard, from anywhere. I do not consider him superior to me. You get the point? Look, America, you know, I made mention of something that I say at times international politics is deceit. The economic interest of this nation, they put it behind, but that is the one that is in the front. Even as they advise the developing countries, as they make statements about happenings in such developing country. So it is, you know, I think our destiny is in our own hand to ensure as citizens of this country, whether you're Yoruba man, an Igbo man, or to ensure that peace reigns.
Are you not baffled that Mr. President hasn't come out to talk about statements by people like Tom Polo and other
Let me tell you something. You know, at times when we make some mistakes, and when we make some statements, it's very funny. Look, when you say government does not make president. Look, if there's an infraction against law, the police is there, the state security is there, and all sorts of other. President cannot do the work of IG. I'm telling you, the president cannot do the work of IG. Then that will not be presidential. If it's the president that is pursuing people, what the traffic warden should do is the president that is now doing it, and that will not be presidential.
It's
so
I
don't know.
I've been speaking with Dr. Olusoya Awoso. He's a special assistant to Mr. President in Public Relations. Thank you very much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
We're hoping that you'll find another time this week to join us, so we have an elaborate time to discuss this.
No problem.
We've had
it's the interest of our nation.
We've had calls from across more than 10 states on this show this morning, and it is indeed a national platform. We'll appreciate if you can come again and probably shed more light, you know, on some of developing stories ahead the general elections. Thank you very much for joining us today. The phone lines have been buzzing, and I know I'm going to get a lot of criticisms for this, but there's no way I can pick the phone lines. The time is off, and I wouldn't want some unbalanced participation on the show this morning. So, but he has promised that he will be with us sometime later this week, and we're hopeful that we have enough time to accommodate calls from across Nigeria. Don't forget, there is an alternative. All you need to do is follow us on our Twitter platform at Call Digest Live and leave all your comments. I'll be here tomorrow reading them out, hopefully. That's it on Core Digest today. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. Join us again tomorrow. It kickstarts at 9 o'clock. Thanks for being there.
From time immemorial, women have birthed life, shaped character, and by extension, influenced the society. Moremi of Ife, Emoten of Benin, Queen Aminat of Zaria, all women of influence and power.
Whether it's before election, after election.
How ironical. Women being so powerful, yet have few grounds in decision making.
I see you as a wife, and I see you as a wife to a man.
We are talking women in politics.
A woman will be bold enough to stand up and say, I want to become president of Nigeria.
Only on Core TV News.